All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So thank you so much for your consistency. We are going to start just with tuning into our breath. So if you have a pillow or a cushion you can sit on, go ahead and grab that. And then we have a beautiful series planned for today. So let's go ahead and start. Just start with a pillow of any kind. Okay. So for those of you that are just joining, welcome, welcome. And the purpose of this pillow, or it can be blankets, it can be anything, is really to just elevate our spine and our hips above our knees. Good morning, Margaret Ann.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yay. Okay. So your pillow, it's gonna start to lengthen your spine out. So let's go ahead and accentuate that. See if you can extend out the top center of your head. And the more we can reach tall and long, you're gonna create traction in your spine, which is gonna strengthen and tone all the muscles. But it's also gonna give you space between your vertebrae, which is really important. So go ahead and broaden wide across your chest, fill the lungs, fill the heart. This area called the armpit chest area, this is really where our self-worth resides. And so often it gets closed off, right? Or shrunk. Sometimes we shrink there. So go ahead and expand there, grow there, lift there, open this area up. And that is going to really tone the spine. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Inhale to the top of your breath. Pause. Hold that breath. And then as you exhale, keep this expansion in your lungs. Exhale out the air. And just normal breathing. And let's do it again. Let's see if we can expand our lungs like a barrel. And we're going to expand it more on the inhale, but we're going to keep that expansion on the exhale. So inhale to the top of your breath. Pause. Exhale, hold that expansion in your chest. Pause on the end with all your air out. And normal breathing. So this is a great way to regulate the nervous system. You'll find that you don't want to push yourself too much with the breath. You want to come just before your edge and then go back to normal breathing. Let's go again. Inhale to the top of your breath. Open that heart, open that chest, find more height and length. Inhale. Expand that lung capacity. Our lungs are life. And then exhale, keep that capacity. Good. Pause with your breath out. And one more time. Inhale. Hold the breath. Expand the chest even more. Broaden, widen, and exhale. Keep your expansion. Hold the breath out. And normal breathing. Ooh, I love breath work. Isn't that delicious? Yay, beautiful. I love seeing all these strong spines. Everyone's just sitting so tall. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and come to standing. Okay, so this one you can do in the middle of the room, but you can also do it at a wall. And it is kind of nice if you do have a full wall space clearing. I know that can be hard to find. It's nice for the extra support, but it also helps you with that alignment. So whatever space you have available, let's go with it. And I just want you to take your feet nice and wide. Kick out those heels. I'm gonna demonstrate on the wall. And then we're gonna point our left toe towards the side wall. So for those of you that really can't see, this is how my feet are. One toe, left toe pointing out. Other foot, heel is kicked out. Okay. And we're gonna do, we've done this one before. But I want you to take a nice wide stance. So most of us, our stance is, it could be a third wider, it could be 2/3 wider. So let's widen that stance, and we're just trying to get our wrist aligned with our ankle. So it is pretty wide, and just making sure we're on a non-slippery surface. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, perfect. Okay, so extend nice and tall, nice and long. We just got that beautiful opening and broadening in our heart and our chest. See if you can lift even more, open the heart even more. And then we want to tone and strengthen those legs. So engage and lift your kneecaps upwards, engage them up the thigh, up towards the ceiling. And then press into your feet as if you were spreading the floorboards wide. So press, spread the floorboards wide. Arms are up, fingers are extended. And then we're gonna reach and lengthen this sideways as much as possible. We're reaching towards the left. Reaching, extending, lengthening, and then drop that left hand down to your shin. Inhale the right arm up. Yeah, so you can see if you are at a wall, it is very supportive. And then we're gonna roll and rotate your belly button up towards the ceiling. And my chest and my hips, they're in alignment with each other, right? So tendency is for chest to come forward and butt to be behind us. Try and get in one straight line. Ankles, shoulders, hips. Yes. Okay, and so we're making sure to not hyperextend that front leg. You can slightly bend it if that's your tendency. And then we're getting a big external rotation of your left leg, your front leg. So your outer hip is your inner groin is rolling towards your outer hip. That makes sense? Front leg, inner groin is rolling towards your outer hip. External rotation, yes. And our back leg is the exact opposite. Our outer hip is rolling towards our inner groin. So back leg is getting an internal rotation. Front leg is getting an external rotation. And you can be looking up or looking down, whatever is most supportive of your neck today. Good, inhale, pressing that leg to come on up. Oh yeah, beautiful. Go ahead and just rotate your feet to the other side. So now my right toes are pointing away from me. Yeah. And then getting nice and long and tall. And this one is so good for bringing that alignment into every single vertebra of your spine, which is so important. So extend, lengthen, reach out your fingertips. broaden through the heart, and then exhale. Drop that right hand down, left arm up. And we're trying to make as much space in that right side waist as possible. So lengthen, extend, reach. And then we're getting that twisting in our belly, which is going to support our spine. It's going to support our organs. So twist your belly button up towards the ceiling. And then that front leg, your inner groin is rolling towards your outer hip, getting that external rotation. Good morning.
Sorry, good morning, good morning.
Welcome. Yay, glad you're here.
Morning, Coach AB.
I love it. So we're getting into this triangle pose, lengthening that side waist. And then go ahead and keep rolling that belly button up towards the ceiling. Reaching through those fingertips. And then we're getting that external rotation of your front leg. So inner groin towards your outer hip. And then internal rotation of that back leg. So you're rolling that outer hip towards your inner groin. Ooh, and that really starts to get an opening in your lower back and through your kidneys and through your adrenal glands. And again, your head can be looking down or up. All right, good. Come on up. And that one's great for the knees too. So it really is a full body support. Okay, how are we feeling? Okay, great, awesome. So for this next one, you can again be away from the wall or at a wall. But we're gonna take that same wide stance. And then we're just gonna bend at that 90-degree angle. Yes. And we're gonna pretend like your right arm is pulling you back towards the wall behind you. And see if you can align your head, center of your head, center of your neck, center of your heart, center of your pelvis. And exhale, bend nice and deep. We're trying to get to that 90-degree angle. And if this is a challenge for anyone's knees and anyone on the replay, then we're just gonna have you do an alternative pose on the floor, just with your legs wide. So for anyone that this is a struggle on the knees, cool. So we are at that 90-degree angle, and then we're gonna drop the hand down, bring that right arm over. And again, our belly button is twisting up towards the ceiling. So this is actually starting to tone all and through our internal organs, which is so important. And yes, it's also toning all of our muscles as well. Looking up if you can, down if you need to. But if you can, it's really good for a neck reset to look all the way up. And when we start getting into that neck, that can definitely impact headaches and migraines. And then exhale, come on up. Ooh, feeling that burning. Switch your legs, kick that back heel out. And switch. So again, open that heart, broaden wide, spread your collarbones wide. Bend to that 90-degree angle. Yes. And then exhale, the hand down. reach your arm all the way over your head. And this is a twist. So we're twisting our belly button up towards the ceiling. Yeah, beautiful. Keep twisting. See if you can get that pressure and your outside edge of your back foot. Smooth breathing. And exhale, come on. Oh yeah. Okay, so today I wanted to explore the topic of nonviolence, non-harming, which is really just kindness towards ourselves and others, and applying that into our poses, right? So exploring this topic at a deeper level. So next one, go ahead and take that left foot, it's gonna be pointing away as well. And then we're gonna kick that other heel out. So like such. Inhale those arms up overhead. And so how can we apply that topic, that theme, into our poses? So if we're pushing ourselves so hard that we're experiencing sharp pain, that obviously would be violence. We never want to experience sharp pain. We do want to experience the aching, grueling pain. So if we're not pushing ourselves at all, that lands into the violence, right, towards ourselves. So it's finding that middle ground. So see if you can lift those arms up nice and tall. Open the heart. And then bend to that 90-degree angle again if you can. Or leg straight. Good. And we're looking up towards the ceiling. And this really is a heart opener. So how can we open our heart more? And we want to draw your glutes, your tailbone, drawing it towards the floor. Inhale. Keep breathing smooth, finding that smooth rhythmic breath. And exhale, come on. So how can we bring more kindness into our pose, into our thoughts, into our actions, into the way we treat ourselves? That's really the theme for today. Go ahead and switch. Inhale those arms up nice and tall, bending to that 90-degree angle. Head is back. Arms are extended and reaching up. Yes, beautiful. Chest is square with the wall in front of you. And see if you can put your weight on the outside edge of that back foot. Smooth breathing. And exhale, come on up. Ooh. First side again, we're just keeping these legs warm, keeping these arms warm. Again, bending at that 90-degree angle, but this time looking forward. Yes. So this is gonna naturally tone in through your belly and through your organs. And this is warrior pose. And right, we do need to learn how to be a warrior as well and fight for what we believe in. Stand up for ourselves, stand up for each other, stand up for our dreams, right? Speak our truth. Right, if we're not standing up for ourselves, if we're not speaking our truth, that leads to pain. That could be a form of violence, right? So how can we get strong and reach that back arm behind you? This is a nice one to tune into your ancestors, your ancestry, right? All of the ancestors that have supported us. That strength. And keep that focus, that gaze, looking forward, bending deeper. And exhale, come on up. Ooh, switch those legs. Okay. And so we're pressing into the outside edge of that back foot. Inhale your arms up, find that gaze, looking at your fingertips, bending to that 90-degree angle. Pressing into the outside edge of that back foot. However you tune into your strength, I want you to find that here. And bend, keep bending deeper. Press in the outside edge of the back foot. Keep your focus. Look on where you're headed, where you're going. And exhale, come on up. All right, all right. Okay, for this next one, your hands can be just a simple crisscross behind you. We'll be standing, or palms together. Whichever one you can do, okay? Simple crisscross or palms together. And we're gonna have the right foot facing forward. We're gonna lift our heart up to the sky. This one actually can be really tricky with balance. So if you need a wall, please do. And then exhale, leaning forward. And this one, we're lengthening, we're reaching our face towards the floor. It doesn't matter how close you get to your knee. I want you lengthening and extending towards the floor. So kindness towards ourselves. How can we find more potential in this pose? Go ahead and spread your toes wide. Look for that equal pressure in your front foot and your back foot. Soften your belly, soften your face. Finding that right level of pushing yourself. Definitely going past your comfort zone, but not overdoing. Smooth breathing. And then inhale, come up. Again, open the heart, lift the chest, inhale. Smooth breathing, get the heart open even more. Exhale, arms down. Go ahead and switch your legs, so the left foot forward this time. And be close to a wall if you need. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms behind you into position A or position B. Lift your heart, lift your head. What do you want to dedicate your heart to today? Just take a little moment. Dedicating that heart, that purpose, that passion, that potential to something greater than ourselves, anything. Smooth breathing. And then exhale, bending forward. Getting that equal pressure in your front foot, your back foot, spread those toes wide. And then lengthen, see if you can lengthen the back of your neck. Soften your face. Soften your belly. This one's really good for those ankle support, your fast twitch muscles. Smooth breathing. It really is important to do this one on a daily basis. It gets into those areas where we tend to hold stress or tension in our neck and our shoulders and our back. And then we're bringing circulation and blood flow all through our organs, all through our spine, areas that we don't normally get that blood flow, but we really need it. And then inhale, coming up. Looking up again. Draw your glute muscles toward your back heel, downwards. And then inhale, coming up. Oh yes. Beautiful. Okay, so this this next one, it can be a little bit hard. I do like, if you want to do this one by a wall again, you can. But we've done a setup for this one and we've really loosened up our spine for this one. So it's like Trikonasana, triangle pose, the first one we did. Except, so we can get into that first phase, except instead of going down, it's a rotation. So I'm bringing the back of my arm to my front leg, like a helicopter. So you're gonna back arm to your front leg, helicopter around. And then that left arm is gonna go up. So it's a deep, deep twist. So it's a reverse triangle. Makes sense? Yes. So back arm helicoptered around to your front leg. Put that back arm on the front leg, yes. And then draw the left arm up towards the ceiling. Or if you're at a wall, you can put it on the wall. Okay, so our weight is in our back foot. Heel is kicked out. And we're getting an external rotation of our shoulders to make space in your neck. Lengthen out the top of the head. Smooth breathing. This one for migraines and headaches, because you're really getting into this deep twist of the spine, really getting into the neck. And again, here can we have more kindness towards ourselves, compassion towards ourselves in this position. Gentleness towards ourselves. Good. Gently come out of that. It's a deep one. Okay, beautiful. Yes. And now we're going to switch our feet. So our toes are pointing towards the right. And we do have that nice wide stance still. And we're going to helicopter that back arm, the left arm, around to the front leg. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Again, it is very helpful to have a wall near you. And we have a deep twist going. So see if you can twist your belly button even more. Twist your belly button towards the wall behind you. Smooth breathing. Go ahead and get that weight into the outside edge of your back foot. That heel is kicked out. See if you can smooth out that breathing, equal inhalation, equal exhalation. Go ahead and get that external rotation of your shoulders. External rotation of your upper arm. And then breathe all the way into the back of your lungs. How can we bring more kindness, compassion into this pose? Good. Exhale, slowly come out of that one. Okay, so do you feel how that one is getting deep into the organs, into your neck? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Okay. For this next one, our feet are spread wide. So we're gonna kick those heels out. Good. Okay, so we're imagining again that we're spreading these floorboards wide. So imagine that you're spreading the floor wide. And then get your pressure into the outside edges of your feet. And lift those inner arches up towards the ceiling. So just this alone, we can start opening up our knee joint. We can start supporting those Achilles tendons, which can be such a trouble spot for so many. So go ahead and get that weight on the outside edges of your feet. Keep lifting those inner arches up. If you get like a little bit of shaking or percolating, it's good. You're just waking up new neural connections in your body. And then we're gonna take those outside edges of our hips, roll them towards our inner groin. Oh, makes it like 100 times harder. Outside edges of the hips, rolling towards the inner groin. Pressing into the outside edges of your feet. Again, any shaking, any percolating, it's great. And then hands to your hips. Okay, so we're just going to a 90-degree angle here. And again, see if you can put that pressure on the outside edges of your feet. And see if you can roll the tops of your shoulders down your back towards your glutes, making space in your neck. And then breathe more expansion into your lungs. Breathe into places that you've never really given breath before, never really breathed into before. Breathe into those places. Give yourself, give your body that breath. It really is such a huge gift. And then if you can reach your hands down, go ahead and do. Palms towards the ground if you can, or palms up. And then this one, we're going to keep working towards a forward bend. So working towards bringing the head toward to the floor. It doesn't have to be touching, but that's the direction we're going. So lengthen the back of the neck. Again, this is another huge one for headaches, for migraines. And if you find areas where you have tension in your neck and your spine, bring your breath there. And again, this is one where there tends to be more aching, grueling pain because we're getting into areas that we don't always get into. That's a good sign. We do want that. Exhale, slowly walk those feet together, coming up, standing. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so for these next ones, again, if you cannot be on your knees, or if you're watching the replay and you can't be on your knees, then I want you to do the legs spread wide with one leg out, other leg out, forward bend. And otherwise, we did work on this last week, but I want to follow up on it because it's such an important one. So we're on our knees. And then our toes are up. We're on our toe tips. And we're not gonna drop back today, but I just want us to get this lift, this heart opening. It's really training us so that we can develop into some more of the harder poses down the line. But this is training our neck and our shoulders to be able to do that. So spread wide across your heart. Your hands can be going down your back, on your hips. And we're just getting an opening. And so your hands are helping to draw your tailbone, your sacrum, your glutes down. So we want those reaching towards the floor. Yes. Glutes down. And this one is, you might need some padding under your knees for sure. This one is a strong pose. So if you do have a place at the wall, I would love to take us there for this one. If not, then stay where you are. But I want to teach you this action. So again, padding. Yes, beautiful. And then a wall. And we're going to be right up against this wall. Okay. And then I'm on my toe tips. And my hands again are drawing my glutes, my sacrum down towards the floor. My chest is lifting so much. More than you possibly think you can lift your chest. Lift it even more. And then the sacrum is that triangular bone right at the base of our spine. Draw that into the wall. So you're pressing firmly the sacrum to the wall. And obviously that's a lot of work, it's hard. And then you're rolling your top shoulders away from your neck towards the floor, towards your glutes. And you're getting the heart opening. And then exhale, come on out. Oh yeah. And then come back to the center of the room if you were at the wall. And trying it again. So you can feel how much the wall teaches you, right? Like we're actively pressing this sacrum bone forward. Okay, so imagine that you have a wall in front of you and you're just drawing that sacrum forward even more, even more, even more. And then you're drawing your tailbone, the base of your spine, straight down to the floor. Like you're growing a tail. Draw that sacrum forward. Good. Come down. Oy, that one's hard. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I'm loving this heart opening. So this is a strengthening one. It's strengthening, it's toning your nervous system, it's toning your spine, but it's also a restorative one. Yeah, so come on out. Good. Ooh, yeah. Okay, all right, we've been doing a lot of standing poses, which was intentional. And now I wanna have us come to the ground. So go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Yes, getting that deep hug. And this actually starts to squeeze the lymph nodes in your pelvis, which we want. So give yourself a nice squeeze. Squeezing out those lymph nodes, that's where so much stagnation hides in the body. Exhale, take your left leg straight on the ground, and then your right leg straight up towards the ceiling, clasping your hands behind your thigh. Okay, so this one is so important for the low back. If you ever have low back pain or issues, go straight to this pose. And go ahead and soften your belly button. And you're drawing that belly button towards the right side of your spine. And then you're pressing through your feet. So again, kindness, compassion, nonviolence is actually finding more potential here. More expression, more expansion. So reach through all those toe tips. And then we're seeing if we can get rid of any space behind the back of the left thigh, right? Which is nearly impossible, but it is possible. So just pretend that you have a 50-pound weight on your left thigh. And that you're drawing that thigh towards the floor. So just like we were pressing our sacrum through the wall, see if you can press this leg through the floor. Keeping your heel on the ground. And then the same with your right leg. See if you can press the front of the thigh through to the back of the thigh, through your hands. And there should be some burning going, right? We're really strengthening here. Good. And then exhale that right leg down. Inhale that left leg up, clasping your hands behind. And it's going to be a little different from side to side. But go ahead and get an external rotation of your shoulders and your arms. So you're opening your chest more. You're spreading wide across your chest. You're lifting the heart, opening the heart. And then that right leg, that straight leg on the ground, you're pressing through your mound of your big toe. You're reaching through your toe tips. You're spreading your toes wide. And then you're trying to draw the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh, through the floor. Trying to close any gaps. And then the left leg, draw the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh through your hands. And take that action even further to reset those knees. And again, if you're getting any shaking, percolating, you're just toning the nervous system. So keep drawing the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Spread through all 10 toes, spread them wide. And then exhale, take that leg down, relax on your back. And so you really earned this next one. This one, we're just learning how to surrender, learning how to let go. So see if you can soften your face. Soften and let go of your jaw. Imagine that your side temples are like horse's eyes and they're opening wide. That center brow where we tend to hold stress. Soften your center brow, your forehead. Take a nice deep breath into your heart, into your chest, spreading the chest wide. Again, bringing more breath, more life into the chest. It's like a garden, you're watering the flowers in your heart with that breath. Going to your belly, seeing if you can release, let go. Going to the legs, let go. Going back into your shoulders, let go. Your elbows, your wrists, soften. And imagine that you're like a stick of butter melting in the sun. You're just melting. You're softening. And your face relaxes deeper. Releasing, relaxing your skin. Releasing, relaxing your organs. Soften through those organs. And releasing, relaxing through the bones. And take a nice deep breath from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes. Inhaling from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. And exhale through your whole body. And then just wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Welcome life and miracles and joy into this day. And then go ahead and roll over to your right side. And then press downwards to come upwards, making your way to a seated position. Love that relaxing at the end. Sometimes you can drop deep and sometimes it's worth like an hour of sleep. You can do that 5 minutes of just deep relaxation. All right, I'd love to hear any challenges, feedback, takeaways from today. If you have any, if anyone wants to share.
Yeah, it became pretty evident how rigid my upper body is and how much tension I'm holding there. So it would make sense that my symptoms from my sinus woes is a headache versus just sneezing and all that. It's a headache. And it, yeah, but I felt that, and I realized like my arms are a tad rigid too. And even when you said hugging the lymph nodes in your groin, like in your, I never really paid attention to that, but I almost felt like the swelling or something like that. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, oh, brilliant observations. And for moving that lymph, it's the twists. So like this one and this one, like those twists are gonna be just key for you. All of us. And then we do have lymph nodes in our armpits, so like massaging this whole area and then massaging this whole area. Yeah, good work. Brilliant.
Well, Francisca, she articulated that perfectly, and that's exactly the way I feel. I mean, it's just hard for me to actually explain it, but that was perfect. And I just want to say to you, Rita, I mean, you're just amazing. I mean, you take us through all of this, and your voice is just so calming and just so relaxing. And I don't know how you do it, but thank you, and thank you. I've never been involved in anything like this before, and it has truly been a blessing to my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. You're such a blessing to all of us. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I like felt every part of my body. You really helped me like come inside my body in a different way than other yoga instructors that I've ever had. But I just think that's your intuitiveness and just how you your energy, like I just felt it. But my hips, I didn't realize how tight they were until I went over to the wall and did those beginning stretches, and I was shaking. I couldn't like hold pose. But even as we went on, I felt that loosen, and really when you kept saying be kind to yourself, I realized I was doing a lot of bad self-talk. So I was like, okay, just be kind, be nice. It's okay. So thank you for all of it. It was so good.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that kindness. That's something we need, like a rubber band or something on our wrist, or like a timer on our phone, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, kindness towards ourselves and our thoughts and our actions. I love it. Thank you. It's beautiful. Yeah, and that shaking, that's so good. We're toning the nervous system, we're strengthening the nervous system. And sometimes we just need to come out of the pose for a second and try it again to work through that shaking and try and get to the other side. But ultimately, it's a great thing. So good thing. Good job going there.
I
Yeah.
think the way you explained it too, like you the way you educate during it, because like I did I leaned against my bed to do that strong pose in the back, and then I learned how to do it independently. Whereas like when I first started it, I didn't do the same way. And like as far as the mind body connection, I realized because my mind is always going, and I noticed that when we were supposed to be really balancing, as soon as a disempowering thought entered my head, because too, I lost balance a lot. So
That's smart. That's yes. Whoa, I love that you brought that up, right? Like our thoughts impact us more than we realize, right? Like to the point where we lose our physical balance, and that's so true. So love that. Thanks for bringing that forward. Brilliant. Yay. Margaret Ann, did you want to share anything today?
I was just throughout the whole session, I found myself breathing very heavy
Yeah.
so that I couldn't breathe with the flow. I was going just to keep the position because I have to keep it for so long, especially when I have to extend up in the air and keep up. So I found myself breathing heavy.
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely cardio. Awesome. Good work. Good work.
And it was very intense. I keep saying, for something that I don't have to lift weights or do anything, it is so intense.
Yes,
You are not alone, sweetie.
yeah. Yeah, even just keeping those arms up, sometimes you're like, oh my God, just
Yes,
seriously.
I'll keep saying, are we gonna finish now?
Somewhere.
Finish now.
Uh,
Don't do that in weights.
yeah, good work. And it's true. It's amazing. We can actually get a good amount of cardio activation for our lungs and our heart, even in some of these standing poses, still poses. So good job. I love that. Yay. All right, everyone. See if you can bring that concept of nonviolence, kindness in our thoughts and words and actions, to ourselves and to each other today. That's kind of the goal of today. Awesome. Love you all. Thanks for being here.
Love you,
Thank you.
Rita. Thank you.
Is today a
Thanks,
holiday for
Mary.
you all? Is today a
Yes.
holiday? Is today a holiday in America?
Yeah.
Good Friday, Good Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. Okay, bye, Margaret Ann.
Bye.
Angela, very nice to meet you.
So much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Karen.
Bye, Angela. Bye,
Have a
Francis.
blessed one now.
Bye.
Bye, Rita.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Karen.
Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yes.
Uplift, workout.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care now.
Bye.
God bless. Bye.